Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Monday, January 5, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, police deny report of foiled hit against Orange Walk elected representative. Belize government issues guarded statement on U.S. attack in Venezuela. Panton condemns attack citing oil interests. And driver and handyman killed in separate Belize district incidents over the weekend. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
Here's how to be a part of Benny's Homecation in 3 easy steps. First, download the B-Bucks app and sign up to be eligible. It's fast and easy. Then, shop at any Benny's location or Benny's entity. Remember to choose products from our monthly Homecation jackpot categories to earn entries. Now you can earn B-Bucks with purchases made and be a part of the Benny's Homecation jackpot for a chance to win the $10,000 grand prize in December. Win the ultimate Homecation with Benny's, quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or *100 key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Still like one dream, because I say at the age of 63, I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this, I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while, it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I may give up. I used to cry and like time I said, Lord, please. And there comes Miss Mar. They always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
The housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give 20. I love it. I love it.
As the year comes to a close, let's reflect on a year defined by progress, resilience, and a commitment to people. Throughout 2025, the Belize City Council remained focused on delivering tangible results while laying the groundwork for a smarter, safer, and more resilient city. This year, physical infrastructure remained a cornerstone of our work. A total of 17,437 linear feet of street were successfully rehabilitated using chip and seal or concrete construction, improving access and mobility across neighborhoods. In addition, a total of 350 manhole covers were replaced. Our sanitation and drainage efforts have also been intensified. This year, our team recorded 94,229 linear feet of drains dug and cleaned, strengthening flood mitigation and public health outcomes. To better serve residents, our fleet capacity expanded significantly. This year saw the addition of 5 electric pickup trucks, 7 diesel pickups, and 3 utility trucks, enhancing service delivery to our residents. The council also received a second garbage compactor truck, generously donated by the government of Japan, joining the first compactor previously donated. A third compactor was purchased to further strengthen night crew operations and our fight against garbage hotspots. As part of our broader smart city initiatives to improve traffic management and pedestrian safety, new traffic light systems were installed at the intersection of Vernon Street and East Colette Canal and corner King and Regent Streets, bringing the city's total to 9 systems. We continued our city beautification efforts and, in collaboration with the Belize Tourism Board, planted 10 royal palms at Battlefield Park. Our commitment to social infrastructure continues to translate into meaningful community impact. As part of our community wellness efforts, we delivered more free health clinics and health fairs, supported initiatives like the Autism Walk and World AIDS Day, and co-hosted sporting events like the 2025 Belize City Half Marathon and the annual triathlon. Once again, we proudly hosted the 8th annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony featuring the Francis Renault Christmas Concert Series, reaffirming our dedication to tradition, culture, and shared community moments. Local economic activity grew through our downtown super sales, continuation of the Mahogany Street Marketplace initiative, and new community events, creating opportunities for over 120 small businesses and local entrepreneurs. One of those new events is the Midweek Wine Down Series, a fresh way for residents to connect, network, and unwind. Our property tax incentive program offered meaningful financial relief with structured discounts throughout the first quarter and a 35% discount for senior citizens year-round. Youth development continued to expand in both reach and impact. The Mayor for a Day initiative provided mentorship and leadership exposure, while targeted programs such as Mengage, Lead Hership, the Youth Connect Summer Blast, Pee Wee Basketball League, and Math and English summer programs welcomed hundreds of young people. Additionally, our second student hub was launched, marking another milestone and manifesto promise. While the first hub continues to serve students daily, Smart City initiatives accelerated throughout the year. We successfully launched e-ridership cards and our e-taxi service with 4 electric vehicles, which have served over 5,000 passengers, and celebrated the first anniversary of the e-bus service, which has served over 250,000 passengers. On the global stage, Belize City was invited to engage with leading urban innovators at the Smart City Summit and Expo in Taiwan, the Smart City Expo World Congress in Spain, and C40 World Mayors Summit in Brazil, where the Council's e-mobility project was named a finalist under the Clean, Reliable Transportation category for the 2025 Local Leaders Awards. At the same time, the Council continued to strengthen local, regional, and international partnerships. Through Mayor Wagner's intervention at the European Parliament in Belgium, Belize City helped reinforce the importance of decentralized cooperation, where cities and national governments work alongside international partners to meet local needs. The impending reconstruction of the Belcan Bridge and the Swing Bridge demonstrates how international partnerships can directly support communities at the local level. Through CIMO, the Council signed on to the UNDRR's Making Cities Resilient 2030 initiative and hosted 2 workshops under the program, strengthening our preparedness and resilience for the future. Progress on the floating boardwalk project continued with feasibility reaffirmed in November, bringing this transformative vision closer to reality. Looking ahead, our focus remains on strategic infrastructure development, expanding digital access and services, advancing the floating boardwalk and Yabra Fish Market revitalization, and continuing to grow our e-bus fleet. On behalf of Mayor Wagner, the City Councilors, and our entire Belize City Council family, we thank you for your trust, your engagement, and your belief in what we can achieve together. Here's to continued progress in 2026. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Police Minister Oscar Mira has dismissed as fake news a report that shortly before Christmas, police foiled a plot to assassinate an elected official in the Orange Walk district. The report alleged that, acting on intelligence, police arrested members of the Belize City-based Southside gang. While speculation is rife as to what would have prompted a contract killing, and the connections are made to bad blood spilling over the free zone, Minister Mira says it's all false information. This evening, the Belize Police Department reacted to the allegations and categorically stated that no such operation was conducted. It then reminded media houses and the general public that it is an offense for anyone to maliciously fabricate or knowingly spread or publish false news or reports with the intent to create public alarm. The body of 26-year-old Patrick O. A Belizean driver was discovered with stab wounds Sunday afternoon in the freight truck parking lot behind New Moon Supermarket in Ladyville, Belize District. He was lying face up on a wooden pallet. A knife with its blade broken was found under his left hand. ASP Stacy Smith said that police are reviewing footage from various surveillance cameras in the area.
On Sunday, 4th January 2026 at approximately 2:00 p.m., police in Ladyville were alerted of the presence of an unresponsive male person in the freight truck parking lot behind the New Moon Supermarket, which is located in Ladyville Village, Belize District. The investigators, upon their arrival at the scene, observed the unresponsive body of a male person who was later learned to be Patrick O., a 26-year-old Belizean driver of Lords Bank Village. The body of Mr. O. exhibited apparent stab wounds. Police are in the process of reviewing a number of video footages, and it is hoped that these footages will assist in the ongoing investigation.
57-year-old Philip Nicholas, a handyman, was fatally injured in a shooting that occurred at the BDF housing site in Lords Bank, Belize District at around 1:20 Sunday morning. He was sleeping with his wife and 4-year-old grandson on a sponge on the floor in their zinc Mennonite house. His wife told police that two masked men walked up the stairs, opened the side door, which happened to be unlocked, and fired multiple shots inside the home. Philip Nicholas was hit to the head. 2 individuals have been detained for questioning.
Officers attached to the Ladyville Police Formation are investigating the murder of 57-year-old Philip Nicholas, a Belizean handyman of the BDF housing site in Ladyville. This murder occurred sometime just before 2:00 a.m. on 4th January 2025. What we know so far is that Nicholas and 2 other family members were at home sleeping at the aforementioned time when a male person is reported to have entered that residence and fired several shots, which resulted in the death of Mr. Nicholas. 2 persons have been detained for questioning as the investigators seek to uncover the motive and to apprehend the culprit in this incident.
Tragedy struck a Valley of Peace Cayo family on Sunday afternoon when it was discovered that 13-year-old Magetsi Miller had drowned in a pond on the family's property. Magetsi was a student at Belize Christian Academy, a secondary school in Belmopan. In a post today on Facebook, the school shared its sorrow over his passing and stated, quote, Magetsi was a student who expressed the tangible light of life and love with all who knew him. We at BCA will miss him greatly, end quote. Police are awaiting the results of a post-mortem examination.
Police are investigating the apparent drowning of Magazi Miller, a 13-year-old student of Valley of Peace Village in the Cayo district, which occurred sometime around 2 p.m. on 4th January 2026. The investigation has so far disclosed that the young Mr. Miller was reported to have been playing in a pond of water that is located on the family's property, and when the father called out for him, he got no response. The father then made checks in the pond, and that is when the young Mr. Miller was discovered. He was transported to the hospital for medical attention. However, efforts to resuscitate him did not prove successful. The body of Magazi Miller now awaits a post-mortem examination.
Magetsi was part of the Panorifics Junior Band for almost a year. The band director, Edlin Lorenzo, spoke about his personality and dedication.
When I got the news, I was pretty broken because for me, they're not just my students. They're also like my children in a way, you know, and it feels like since they're like family, I felt like I lost a part of me, you know, because it's sad that to see such a young, talented soul go, you know. Yeah.
How long was Magazi a part of your group?
All right, so Magazi was in a part of the group almost a year. Almost a year. This February would have made a year him and his sister came. But one thing I could tell you about him, he was a fast learner. He was a very fast learner. That kid, it's like he was playing steel pan his whole life, you know. Among his peers, among the other students in the band, he would always, you know, make jokes and so forth. It took a while for him to come out of the shell, but afterwards, you finally show his true colors, and he was a really great kid. He was mannerly. You know, he always give me the time of the day. Never walk past me to say, oh, hello, sir, yada, yada, and so forth, you know. He was a very, very talented kid. He was very great and mannerly.
After the break, young St. Matthew's farmer succumbs in Harmonyville, RTA. Stay with us.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
Sir, your item is ready for viewing.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
A young St. Matthews farmer, 24-year-old Brian Miguel, succumbed to injuries sustained in a traffic accident Saturday night. Sometime after 8, he was driving a motorcycle between miles 40 and 41 on the George Price Highway in the Harmonyville area when 35-year-old William Antonio Ailman, traveling in a Ford F-150 pickup truck, changed lanes, causing a head-on collision. Miguel was thrown onto the pavement and sustained head and body injuries. Ailman, a Belizean construction worker of Borough Boom, has been charged.
Police have formally arrested and charged William Aleman, a 35-year-old Belizean construction worker of Borough Boom Village, Belize District, for the crimes of manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct. He has also been charged with the offense of driving motor vehicle without due care and attention. The arrest of Aleman follows police's investigation into a traffic accident which resulted in the death of 24-year-old Brian Miguel, a Belizean farmer of St. Matthews Village. The investigation commenced on Saturday, 3rd January 2026 at approximately 3:30 p.m. when officers in Belmopan were alerted that there was a traffic accident in the vicinity of miles 40 and 41 on the George Price Highway. The responding officers observed the unresponsive body of Miguel, and some 13 feet away from him was a severely damaged Bashan brand motorcycle. What the investigation has disclosed is that Miguel was traveling towards Belmopan City when he was struck by an F-150 pickup truck driven at the time by Aleman that was traveling in the opposite direction.
On Saturday, Latin America woke up to the news that United States President Donald Trump had ordered an early morning large-scale strike against Venezuela, with Trump later announcing that President Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores had been captured and flown out of the country. The attacks, which started around 2 a.m., were carried out in 4 states, including the capital, Caracas, and targeted civilian and military locations. At around 2:50 a.m., Venezuela in a statement condemned the aggression and called on citizens to take to the streets, citing the objective of the U.S. to gain control of the country's strategic resources, particularly its oil and minerals. The U.S. relied on a CIA source inside the Venezuelan government to keep track of Maduro's moves, with the help of near-constant monitoring via stealth drones. Trump, in a press conference later that morning, said the attack was carried out to bring, quote, an outlaw dictator to justice, end quote. According to Trump, Maduro was in a fortress in Caracas, and they turned off electricity to achieve their goal. Likewise, U.S. commercial flight restrictions were imposed in the Caribbean during the operation. Trump said over 150 U.S. aircraft were airborne at the time, and added that Maduro was waiting for them but was overwhelmed and incapacitated by the U.S. teams. Cuba has since reported that over 30 of its fighters died in the attack. Other sources have indicated that scores more were injured. Trump called it, quote, an assault like people have not seen since World War II, end quote. In the wake of the escalation in aggression, Venezuela Vice President Delcy Rodriguez called on the U.S. to show proof of life of President Maduro. The U.S. Attorney General subsequently stated that Maduro and his wife would be charged in New York with drugs and weapons offenses. At 10:27 Saturday morning, Trump published the first photo of Maduro in pajamas in a U.S. Navy amphibious assault ship, the USS Iwo Jima. He was shown arriving by flight in New York after 5 p.m. Saturday, accompanied by DEA agents. Subsequent to the invasion, nations started condemning the attack. Those included Cuba, Mexico, Colombia, and Uruguay. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum stated the attack contravenes the United Nations Charter and warned that the escalation, quote, seriously jeopardizes regional stability, end quote. Russia condemned the armed aggression, saying the pretexts to justify the actions are unfounded. It called for a solution through dialogue and also urged the urgent convening of a UN Security Council meeting. For its part, China framed the attack as part of a broader pattern of hegemonic unilateral military interventions. Meanwhile, friendly nations to the U.S. hailed the attack. CARICOM leaders met following news of the airstrikes, and in a statement issued at 4:29 a.m., they advised, quote, CARICOM is actively monitoring the situation, which is of grave concern to the region, with possible implications for neighboring countries. CARICOM will continue to update the people of the region as more information is received, end quote. Since then, the Bureau of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government, which comprises the incoming chairman, the outgoing chairman, and the current chairman, issued a brief statement Saturday night. The Bureau emphasized CARICOM's commitment to the fundamental principles of international law and multilateralism and reiterated the region's call for peaceful resolution to, quote, ensure Venezuela's stability, good governance, democracy, and prosperity for the people of Venezuela, end quote. It also affirmed CARICOM's commitment to support all such efforts and committed to monitor the multifaceted impact of the evolving situation. International observers have pointed out that Maduro's capture represents the most significant U.S. intervention in Latin America since its invasion of Panama and capture of that country's leader, Manuel Noriega, in January 1990. In his press conference, Trump said they will run Venezuela until they have overseen a smooth transition, and later added that the large U.S. oil corporations will be reimbursed to rebuild Venezuela's oil infrastructure to start making money for the Venezuelan people.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind. We've had decades of that. We're not going to let that happen. As everyone knows, the oil business in Venezuela has been a bust, a total bust, for a long period of time. They were pumping almost nothing by comparison to what they could have been pumping and what could have taken place. We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country. And we are ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to do so. So we were prepared to do a second wave if we needed to do so. We actually assumed that a second wave would be necessary, but now it's probably not.
President, why is running a country in South America America first?
Well, I think it is because we want to surround ourselves with good neighbors. We want to surround ourselves with stability. We want to surround ourselves with energy. We have tremendous energy in that country. It's very important that we protect it. We need that for ourselves. We need that for the world. And we want to make sure we can protect it.
Trump was asked about specifics as to who would be running Venezuela and if it could end up costing the U.S. financially. However, Trump said, quote, "A lot of money is coming out of the ground. We're going to get reimbursed for everything that we spend," end quote.
By which you're going to run the country? Are you going to designate a U.S. official to coordinate?
It's all being done right now. We're designating people. We're talking to people. We're designating various people, and we're going to let you know who those people are.
Would run Venezuela?
Well, it's largely going to be, for a period of time, the people that are standing right behind me. We're going to be running it. We're going to be bringing it back. It's a dead, I talk about a dead country. A year and a half ago, we were a dead country. Now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're a country doing better than any country anywhere in the world. And it required leadership. Venezuela has a lot of bad people in there, a lot of bad people that shouldn't be leading. We're not going to take a chance that one of those people take over for Maduro. So you can look at, and others, we have fantastic people, including people in the military. So we're going to have a group of people running it until such time as it can be put back on track, make a lot of money for the people, and give people a great way of life, and also reimbursement for people in our country that were forced out of Venezuela.
How long do you expect the U.S. to run Venezuela, and how soon do you want Venezuelan people to hold elections?
So I'd like to do it quickly, but it takes a period of time. We're rebuilding. We have to rebuild their whole infrastructure. The infrastructure is rotted. It's actually very dangerous. It's blow-up territory. Oil is very dangerous. It's a very dangerous thing to take out of the ground. It can kill a lot of people. It has killed a lot of people doing just that. The infrastructure is old. It's rotted. Much of it is stuff that we put there 25 years ago, and we're going to be replacing it. And we're going to take a lot of money out so that we can take care of the country.
Is it possible that the U.S. ends up administrating Venezuela for years?
Well, it won't cost us anything because the money coming out of the ground is very substantial, so it's not going to cost us anything.
Delcy Rodriguez has now been sworn in as interim president of Venezuela. Belize's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Francis Fonseca, stated via text on Sunday that Belize is engaged with partners in CARICOM and SICA to discuss a shared response and approach to the latest developments. He added, quote, "Belize is fully committed to the principles of international law and multilateralism and call on all countries to respect these principles," end quote. Today, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Prime Minister expressed the very same position. The government of Belize stated issued until after midday today merely echoed what was stated by the Bureau of CARICOM heads of government. While the government calls on all parties to exercise restraint, respect international law, and engage in constructive dialogue to resolve the crisis in Venezuela within the framework of international law, it does not openly condemn the attack. This even as it recognizes the historic friendship between the two nations. The statement reads, quote, "Belize and Venezuela have historically shared friendly and cooperative bilateral relations, and as such, We would like to see a return to constitutional order as soon as possible. Respect for the Venezuelan constitution and the will of the people of Venezuela should guide future actions. Belize reiterates its commitment to our region as a zone of peace, end quote. The very guarded statement also added that Belizeans studying in Venezuela are currently safe in Belize. Minister Fonseca told Creme News XTV that the students were in Belize for the holidays and were advised to remain here for the time being. When Maduro appeared in a Manhattan courthouse earlier today, he declared himself a prisoner of war and pleaded not guilty to narco-terrorism, cocaine importation, and machine gun charges. His wife similarly pleaded not guilty. It is expected that his attorneys will challenge his kidnapping. The United Nations Security Council held an urgent meeting today to discuss the matter. Here are the requests that Venezuela's representatives made at the meeting.
Therefore, Venezuela urges the Security Council to fully assume its responsibility and to act in accordance with the mandate conferred upon it by the Charter of the United Nations. In that regard, we request, A, that the government of the United States of America be demanded to fully respect the immunities of President Nicolas Maduro and First Lady Celia Flores, as well as their immediate release and safe return to Venezuela. 2, that the use of force against the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela be clearly and unequivocally condemned. Thirdly, that the principle of non-acquisition of territory or resources by force be reaffirmed. And 4, that measures aimed at de-escalation, the protection of the civilian population, and the restoration of international law be adopted.
While the government of Belize had a restrained response to the U.S. attack on Venezuela, leader of the opposition, Honorable Tracy Panton condemned the attack as raw power politics, quote, driven by greed and the pursuit of strategic dominance, end quote, and issued a strong call for restraint and principled leadership. She emphasized that no internal failing or grievance justifies war and condemned the actions of the superpower seeking to impose its will on smaller nations. Panton says international partners and institutions committed to peace must be engaged. She stated, quote, bullies, regardless of size, influence, or military might, must never be allowed to dictate how free peoples live, govern themselves, or resolve their differences. We must not cower. We must stand firm for what is right, what is fair, and what is just, end quote. Panton also affirmed that the invasion of Venezuela, quote, cannot credibly be framed as an act in defense of democracy or human rights. The reality is that economic and strategic interests, particularly access to vast natural resources, shaped this decision, end quote. The UBAD Educational Foundation, UEF, meanwhile, issued a powerful solidarity statement condemning the U.S. military operation in Venezuela. Calling the act a flagrant violation of international law, the UN Charter, and the principle of non-intervention, UEF frames the attack within a broader pattern of imperial intervention from Haiti in 2004 to recent strikes in Nigeria, underscoring that Africa and the Americas face the same systemic assault. UEF emphasizes that the narco-terrorism reasoning is merely a weapon designed to criminalize and manufacture consent, while Venezuela's vast oil reserves remain the material prize. UEF called on the government of Belize to publicly condemn the violation, raise the matter in CARICOM, the OAS, and the United Nations, while urging CARICOM to issue a statement defending non-intervention. It further appealed to the African Union, the Alliance of Sahel States, and civil society across the Caribbean, Americas, Africa, and the diaspora to stand in solidarity against the escalation. Placing the struggle in the context of planet repairs, that is, quote, the nexus of cognitive repertory and interventional justice. UEF warns the repertory justice cannot exist while imperial powers violate sovereignty with impunity. It wrote, quote, When they came for Haiti, we should have stood stronger. We will not make the same error with Venezuela, end quote. After the break, MS-13 member found in Belize deported. Stay tuned.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with smart supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments, just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria. Con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente, ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m. en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Remember, not all light bulbs are created equal. Our lighting department offers a wide assortment of light fixtures and accessories to suit your style. So stop in today and get the right illumination for your homecation. And don't forget your B-Box when you make a purchase. Benny's, quality and savings.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
Still like one dream, because I say at the age of 63, I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this, I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while, it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I may give up. I used to cry and like time I said, Lord, please. And there comes Miss Mar. They always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
The housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give 20. I love it. I love it.
The Belize People's Front BPF on Saturday issued a press release condemning the military aggression towards Venezuela by the Trump administration on Saturday. The BPF in part stated, quote, "Any airstrike or act of war carried out in Caribbean territory is not an isolated incident. Such actions directly threaten the sovereignty, security, and stability of all Caribbean nations and our America. The Caribbean and Latin America have long been recognized as a zone of peace, and this status must be defended and preserved," end quote. Earlier today, BPF leader Nancy Marin spoke more on her party's stance.
Well, the party is a member of the Foro de São Paulo, along with PSUV, who's led by Nicolas Maduro. And so we've participated a lot in their elections. I personally have been there to monitor as an international observer for their elections and other countries in South America. But we, more than that, more than our personal relationship with PSUV and with President Maduro, is the fact that the Belize People's Front is a progressive party that does not believe in foreign intervention. We understand the geopolitical risk of the foreign policies that the US is leading, and we really believe that the Caribbean has been identified as a free, as a peace zone, and we believe that it should be kept that way. The intervention of the US is simple greed and for oil, and we believe that the resources of all our countries, of our America and the Caribbean, are for the people of these nations and not for any foreign country or any foreign person to want to take ownership. And it's dangerous because if we allow it, it sets a precedence. Belize is not very far from the same. If you look at the accusations that have been made from U.S. authority about our leaders. So we're not very far from them saying, well, we're a narco country and they're going to come get this person, that person, and then we'd be in the same position. So we need to be very careful. It's not about supporting or standing against a supposed dictator. It is not about socialism. It is about our America, our resources, and not violating the UN Charter, which Trump clearly did.
Marin urged Belizeans to inform themselves on the region and to not solely rely on U.S. news outlets.
I want to encourage Belizeans to look at other news sources. So far, I'm seeing all the comments online to the fact that calling us dictators or lovers of terrorism and stuff like that. I want to ask Belizeans, open your minds and look at other news sources. It's not just CNN and ABC News that we look at, because there we will hear only the American version of what happened. Look at Telesur. Univision has more or less neutral, but Telesur is a good one to keep really, really live information, accurate information. And open your minds, because it's not about Maduro. It is not about defending a dictator. It is about defending our America. Latin America and the Caribbean is our America. And that is what everybody in Latin America should be uniting to defend.
Marin spoke on the expected repercussions that can be experienced in the region and said that some of it may already be felt.
I believe that the Caribbean has already started seeing the effects, where some of the countries are reporting that that they're seeing shortages in flight cancellations, hotel cancellations. The effect that we will see in the effect that we will see in tourism is going to be direct, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard hitting. Remember, we remember also that we're still in a post COVID time where a lot of industries are still trying to recuperate, especially the tourism industry. And to have a full-fledged war in the Caribbean, in Latin America, is going to be detrimental to our economies. Fuel prices will go up, the cost of living, basic food items. Tourism will go on a very, very low or completely dead. I believe that is what can happen. Aside from the fact that, you know, if they do push the war issue and the U.S. continues to insist on control of Venezuela, the Venezuelan people are not as passive as Belize. They do want peace, and their leaders are trying to negotiate through peaceful measures, through being amicable. And that is what Delcy Rodriguez said just yesterday, that they want peace, that they are for peace, they're a peaceful nation. However, they're not going to take it sitting down if anybody tries to forcefully take what belongs to them. They're not like Belizean people. They're happy. They like dancing and singing and all of that. But you don't mess with countries like that. You don't mess with their resources.
45-year-old Marvin Edgardo Sandoval, a Salvadoran national confirmed to be a member of the MS-13 gang, was deported from Belize in an operation Friday in collaboration with Guatemalan police counterparts. He was escorted to the western border by officers attached to GI-3 San Ignacio along with immigration officials in a joint operation that was conducted without incident. He was to be transferred to the Salvadoran border and turned over to Salvadoran authorities. He had been issued an order to leave. having been classified as a prohibited immigrant. Over a dozen high-end phones, other electronic devices, as well as some cash were stolen from Plet's electronics store in Orange Walk following a burglary early Saturday morning. Initial investigation revealed that 3 individuals entered the establishment through a hole in the concrete wall of the warehouse section, facing away from the street. Here again is ASP Stacy Smith.
Police are investigating the burglary of Plet's electronics store, which occurred sometime around 2:00 a.m. on Saturday, 3rd January 2025. What the investigators have uncovered is that at the aforementioned date and time, 3 persons entered that establishment, which is located on Victoria Avenue in Orange Walk Town, and stole several electronic items as well as some cash before making good their escape. The investigators have some footages in their possession, and this had led them to the detention of an individual. However, the investigation is still ongoing.
In other news, Belize Electricity Limited, BEL, has deployed a second team of power line technicians to Jamaica to assist with ongoing power restoration efforts following Hurricane Melissa, which devastated parts of the island in late October. The team, led by Technical Supervisor Jeremy Jacks, includes Gregory Kerr, Brian Gentle, Emery Gill, Owen Nolberto, Paul McCullough, and Andres Catch. They join crews from the Caribbean Electric Utility Services Corporation, CARELEC, in supporting Jamaica Public Service Company Limited in restoring electricity to affected communities. This deployment follows BEL's initial team sent in November 2025, reinforcing the company's commitment to regional solidarity and collaboration. BEL emphasizes that shared expertise and mutual support are key to helping Caribbean nations recover from severe storms. And the United Democratic Party, UDP, is mourning the passing of its former Secretary General and former Senator Henry Gordon, whom the party described as a dedicated public servant and nation builder. In a statement of condolence issued today, UDP party leader Honorable Tracy Tager Panton expressed profound sadness at Gordon's passing and paid tribute to his years of service. According to the statement, Gordon served with commitment, integrity, and a strong sense of duty during his tenure in public service and in the Senate. His contributions to public life and to the work of the UDP were recognized as meaningful and lasting, earning him respect across political and civic circles. Meanwhile, a funeral service has been announced for Albert Street fruit vendor Jerison Dwayne Lopez, also known as Jerry D. The service will be held on Thursday, January 8th at St. John's Anglican Cathedral on Albert Street. Viewing of the body begins at 12 p.m., followed by the funeral service at 1 p.m. Family members have also indicated that there will be only one night of wake to be held at the family home located at 87 Amara Avenue on Wednesday, January 7th. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.